Hi, fellow traders. Hope everybody had a great day today. Good Friday. It was a little slow for me. The morning action, I tried to get in the trade. It was on SSR and just couldn't get in. Just I guess my timing was off. Trying to catch an uptick, never could catch it. And, before it took off from that level, and that was it. I think it was RLYP. Yeah, RLYP was the trade I was looking at. Let me bring that over here. This is, the chart. We had a big gap down, and yesterday afternoon, this morning, still another gap down. Didn't quite get to the low from yesterday after market, but it was close enough, and then it started recovering. So, through pre-market, I was trying to get a pulse for this stock, and it was just bouncing. It hit VWAP, then pull out, and then here it failed it. So I'm thinking, I have no idea what this stock's going to do at open. It printed this big candle here. Had nice range to it, and I didn't want to take it long, but I did see surging into this resistance with the 200 coming down. This was going to be a strong, point to get into this trade. And I tried, but I just couldn't get filled. And when it dropped down here in the teens, and it was so far away from, where I would put my stop, there was just no reason for me to get in. So I just let that go. And this price action really was crappy. I mean, if you were in the stock, if you were able to get in here, holding through this was really no problem because it never really gave you any indication that it was going to run back up. But it was just one of those trades that, for me, not having a lot of experience dealing with, this type of price action, I think it was good for me that I didn't even get in. Because you look at this, it bounced off VWAP, and then you get this big candle surging right back up into this resistance. And this was another perfect place to short it. If you wanted to catch this short, and you can see this thing had an awesome pullback. It reversed here pretty hard right off of this level of resistance here. But just wasn't, I just didn't get a feel for this stock. And, for me, my motto is better safe than sorry. If I'm not getting a good feel for it, I'm not going to touch it. TSN was a bottom reversal that hit our scan. Right off this line, I saw this level first, 64.39, and that's where I wanted to see this trade base off of. And because we still had a lot of room up to the 9. We had this area here, this yesterday's close line, or the red to green line. Because if it closed over here, it went back green on the day. So a lot of times this will hold as resistance, in that case. So, but it was a nice, move. I could still get some good profit here. My buying power now is, to where I'm able to size up on a $50, $60 stock. So I could go in my normal, 2,000 share size on this. And I took it right here off this level here. This is, when we're looking at a reversal, this is the type doji we like to see. Either this or a hammer with a long wick to the bottom. This is exactly what we want to see. So this was just another piece of evidence that I can use to convince myself or to build a case that this trade is probably going to work. Also, the RSI was down here below 20, which is what I like to see. We had some increase in volume on this move down, which is what I like to see. It still wasn't hitting 100,000 shares, but in this market, a lot of these stocks have reversed on 20,000 shares. There was a stock today, I can't remember the ticker's name off the top of my head, but it reversed with practically no um, volume whatsoever. Was it this one? Yeah, it was this stock right here, NCLH. I mean, I like this move down. I mean, I love this setup, and but it did lose this level here, and it came right back up. But then the 9 moving average was right on top of it. That kind of kept me out of it. You know, the RSI looked good, but then look at the volume, 16,000 shares. You know, 76 here. Then it went back to 19. I mean, it wasn't enough volume for me to take it with 2,000 shares. It just wasn't. I probably wouldn't have gotten filled maybe on 500 shares, and that would have been it. So I kind of left it alone, but you can see it made a nice move on relatively no volume. You know, all the way here from 52.33 on up to, 53.05. So I'm not really putting a whole lot of emphasis on it being over 100,000 shares of volume. But if it's got like 75, 80,000 shares, I have a good chance of getting filled my whole position, or most of my position anyway. So I felt this was a good entry. I got in at 64.44. My first profit target was going to be this red to green line here, and I was able to get profit here at 64.65. So I took profit here. The 9 was so close, I really wasn't going to look to take profit there. My next target was going to be the 20, and it got to 20. Took some off here at 64.95, and I was still in half my position, waiting for the VWAP. And I like to be in 1,000 shares for the move from the 20 up to the VWAP, because that's usually going to be the strongest move and the cleanest move. I shouldn't have any stops in between there, and I want to have at least half my position on when I reach my target. But I wasn't really patient enough. I was sitting here watching and just kind of got antsy, which is what's going to happen when you sit there and watch a stock long enough. This candle, it seemed like it took 30 minutes to print, and I got out 65.15. I had an order up here at 65.20, and I took it off and made it 15, and ended up giving up, 8 to 10 cents profit here. And still I could have, really I could have taken 500 off here, leave another 500 on to ride the 9, and I got this move up here to 25, which, would have been another 10 cents, but, it's just trying to maximize the potential of the trade that I'm in. And that's all I'm looking to do. And what allows me to take these moves and to get these moves is taking profit along the way. Once I took profit here, the trade is on the house. It's a free trade. My profit's booked. All I got to do is protect it by, getting out break even on this rest, so that it doesn't take the profit that I've already booked. But I probably wouldn't let it do that. If it lost this level, I'd go ahead and get out and book, a little bit more profits. But this allows me to hold and allow this to test the levels. If this came back and tested this level here and pushed off, I would still be in the trade because I'm waiting for it to test. I've already got my money. So if I have to get out, I'm just going to add more to my, to my profit. So I just wait and give it time to work. And I found that if I take profit at key points, it allows me to lead that trade on. And I may not be in full size, but I'm still in the trade and I'm still making money. And that's the name of the game. So that was my trade on TSN. This was a textbook top reversal. Textbook bottom reversal. Nice recovery, right back up to VWAP. This is what we like. This trade had nice follow through. So no complaints on the day. That was a real nice day trade. Let's see. On my swings, I think I went over these yesterday or day before yesterday when I entered these. But ROI, I got in here at 59.60. This was a 60, 80-ish was a key resistance point for me. I was a little concerned yesterday when it tapped it and pulled back in. But this morning, we got a nice move up. Still looks like it's got some strength. I don't like that the volume is kind of tapering off. So I'm going to keep an eye on it tomorrow. Only watching the daily chart. And you'll see in a minute why you don't want to watch your swing trades with the intraday chart. It can cause you to make a mistake that will, hurt your profits, hurt your profitability, and all that good stuff. So RY is still working pretty nicely. I'm looking for it, Monday to push through this level. This is my ultimate target. But if it gets hung up here, rejected here again, I'm going to go ahead and take the profit that I do have. Because I'm not really sure how far this is going to pull back. And it may give me another entry. I'm not sure. HUN is the other one that's working real well at the moment. We're in this window here. I'm trying to determine whether I want to take profit here. I'm concerned about this level. Let me change this. I'm concerned about that level because, we've got some resistance that's going to be right here where this is. So I'm not sure what it's going to do tomorrow or Monday. I'm just trying to figure out, where I need to go. From here. It's 1459 is the level I'm looking at. I'm concerned about that because I didn't see this at first when I got in the trade. I was really looking at this. This would have been a good place to cover half and then let the rest go and see if I can get, this level here. But we'll see on Monday. I want to see how it reacts to this level and, whether it's going to act as a resistance or whether it's going to be a support. We can just push on up. I did exit CPXX today, and I'm kind of second guessing myself now. This candle made me think that this was weak and it was running out of steam. You see the volume was still hadn't really picked up. See, I'm thinking this was how many shares? I can't remember. But I was thinking this thing was weak, and I'm gonna tell you why I exited. And this is what I was talking about. If you're sitting here watching the price action on an intraday chart and you're in a swing, it's probably gonna make you check out early. Because I saw this, it pushed 1480 here, pulled back. We got the push up to 84, 85, then got this choppiness, pull back to the VWAP. And here's the long wick. This is a hammer that I like to see on a reversal. However, this one didn't really set up for a reversal. It's too jumpy. Plus, the RSI was below 70. So I didn't think this thing was going to go anywhere. And, we did get a good pull down. And I ended up getting out somewhere. I can't remember. But I ended up getting out before it made this big move here. I think I got out somewhere in here, that 1475. Yeah, when it tried to push it 1480 again and it failed, I went ahead and got out and then just kind of waited, to see what was going to happen. But I was already out. This thing pushed up to new highs. It just broke out to new highs, 1531. And I got out at 1475. So um, not a very good trade, in that respect. Now my goal was 1470s, and it hit my goal, and I took it. But I guess I'm still of the mindset that I wanted to maximize the potential I could have gotten. But that's the way things go sometimes. So that's my week. Haven't hadn't gone to check my P&L, so I don't even know how much I made today. I hadn't even looked at it. But I'll update my profit chart Monday. I can look and see what I made this week. Pretty sure I did a lot better than last week. Last week started out with 2 red days. Had a massive Thursday, but that doesn't really make up for 3 bad days. Yeah, at least that trade did. So I hope everybody has a great weekend. Get some rest, study. I'm going to be studying my charts. I'm actually an hour away from the Masters. I used to sneak in there, before until I got caught, and now they found, some of the secret spots where guys used to sneak in. But the RBC Heritage at Hilton Head, that's going on, and that's our favorite spot down there. So we'll be headed down there to catch some golf and do a little bit more sailing. Try to enjoy some of the week, wash some of this week off, and get rejuvenated and ready to start back fresh next week. So everybody, I'd recommend doing the same. Don't let a bad week ruin you. Study, do some reflection, and look at ways that you can improve, because that's exactly what I'm going to be doing, in between the time, refreshing my mind and getting a fresh look at some of these charts of the trades I took and some of the ones that I missed. All right, well, see you guys bright and early Monday in chat.